say Sasa. My name is Kumaga Ranu Giganja KemPtah. Today I'm going to show you some mathematics, some real mathematics, some black Supreme Mathematics, KemPtah Mathematics. That mathematics that stand on the shoulders of all Aboriginal culture. Alright, so we're gonna start it like this. Check it out. We start from the black decimal. The black decimal is that the first number is 0. You know what I'm saying? So we count these numbers. You know what I'm saying? So 0 is 1, is the black 1, because it's 0, but it's not in the form of 1, but it's the first one, before 1. You know what I'm saying? And 1 is the second number, so that makes 1 the unseen 2. That's all it is. And 2 the unseen 3, 3 the unseen 4, 4 the unseen 5, 5 the unseen 6, 6 the unseen 7, 7 the unseen 8, 8 the unseen 9, and finally 9 the unseen 10. All motion is circular when you calculate. And that's why I introduced the black 10-point circle, which is very natural. It's in sync, in synergy with reality. You know what I mean? So hey, we started like this. Instead of counting it from 1, we start from the heart. The unseen is the heart. You know what I'm saying? We couldn't count unless we count correctly, which is the first 0, or the first one is 0. And over here we do the same thing. We count 10 all the way around, 10 numbers. And it all runs in sync. You're going to see in the multiplication. This is correct. This is an extremely correct calculation. In the polygon form of this, the 10-sided figure of this, all its internal angles is a square root of 12. And it's the only square root regular polygon, the decagon, that has internal elements or internal angles with the square root, perfect square. All other polygons don't got a perfect square as they internal angle. Not even circle, because you know circle is 360, and you can't square root it unless you remove the 0 from the 360, which give you 6. But you know 360 isn't 36, so you know, because the 0 didn't allow it to be so. So when we do multiplication, you notice we have this relationship right here. Now in the circular, we know about that relationship, and we apply it to see the internal, the blackness, you know what I'm saying, in which light from the outside doesn't penetrate. And you notice 0 and 5 is connected. 1 and 6 is connected. These are internal regular laws of Meduneta mathematics. You know, 2 with the 7, and you got 3 with the 8, the 4 with the 9, right? This is correct calculation. So when we go to the I of Heru, we notice that this is the seen I of Heru. So the calculations isn't fully understood, you know, on a superficial level, but deeply it is understood, because this is what started it all. This is the basic form of the fabric. And when we unfold this, you know, taking the synergy and put the synergy, rotate it, unfold the fabric, you get a different synergy, which is the second, which is the one, which is the seen. Now, when you see it, you understand how this formula relates. And right here, the seen middle is 6, but the unseen middle, which is inside the equal sign, is 5. You know, I'm gonna show you that real quick. Let's do some calculation with this formula. All right, here we go. We got the -1, right, equaling the +1. it could be either or. You can make this positive and make this negative, or vice versa. And you got a negative 2. Boom. And positive 2. So when we nefer it out, when we do this, when we nefer it out, we actually start another process at the same time. The Djed process, or multiplication. You know what I'm saying? It's all types of nefering that creates different type of calculations on how the algebra rule interact, and we start seeing certain type of connections in the pattern on how it regulates things. And you always have the 0 in the middle. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm going to do. That's 0. So the 5 times table, let's do 6 for instance, because 6 is the seen middle because of its existence, you know, its connection with 1. 5 is the unseen middle. You know what I'm saying? It look obvious, and it's kind of like, you know, but you'll see. Let me show you. It looks seen on the circle, but when you do the calculations, it's unseen. Because 6 right now, you can see that 6 is nefering. It's a very basic nefering. You put the 1 here, and you put the 2 there. You look at 2 right here as O2, and the 1 just add to the 0 here to make it 12. You can do it either way. You know what I'm saying? But getting back to what I was trying to do is that what I did, I multiplied. If you say 6 times 2, boom, the 2 is the synergy. You half it, boom, you get the 1. And you just nefer it, the old 2 with the 1. Add the 1 to the 0 next to the 2, which we don't normally write, but you can write that. And you just nefer it together. You know what I'm saying? So if you do 6 times 6, what you do is, since 2, this formula is like an analogy of all 6 times tables. You take 6, boom, what's half of 6? Just like the nefer calculation. I could even put an equal sign, put some visual. That could be negative 6. And that'd be what? Half of 6 is 3, right? And you got positive 3. So it's still the algebra rule working. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. And that, when you nefer it, you bring the 3 up, right? And you bring the 6 up, and it's 36. You can do that to any calculation. Put 6 times 36. You got the 36, which, you know, the analogy is that, you know, you must nefer it out. You must bring it up. And you must half it because you got the 1. Half of 2 is 1. Same thing here. Half of 36 is what? 18, right? So put down the 18. And that's just like the I of root. You know what I'm saying? You got 36 on the bottom. That could be positive, and you got a negative right here, right? You got positive, I mean not positive, but negative. And you just what you do is you nefer it together. You got the 8 with the 3. So 8 with 3 is 11, and you put the 2 up, it's 21, 16. You know what I'm saying? 216. So, you know, that's the regular. True. Now, let's do the 7 times table real quick. You know what I mean? 7. You got the 7. 7 is right there. 7 is connected to 2. Boom. You see that, right? Right there. 7 is connected to 2. So what that means is when you set up the I of a root, negative 1, negative 2, positive 1, positive 2. Set up the I of a root. What that means is that this is right here is let's do 7 times 2. Okay, 7 times 2 is this 2 right here. But since 7 is connected to the other 2, you double whatever number you multiply with 7. So this 2 becomes 4. And you just nefer that up there. Boom, it's 14. Do that with 14. What about 14 times 7? Boom, double that up. because in this analogy, any number that's up in here got to double up. You know what I'm saying? Any number. That's what this means. The connection, the internal connection, the multiplication, the organic process. So you double up, 28, boom. And half of 14 is 7. And you add it, boom. 7, 8, 9. You know what I'm saying? So it's 98. That's what it is. Another process. So you want to do, what about 36? 36 times 7. Boom. 7 says double that out. So you got 72. Half of 36 is 18. You net for this up, these two different numbers. Like magnets, connecting magnets. So bring down to 2. This becomes 15. Add that, carry that over. You got what? 252, right?